Hi, this is Mr. Soy. In today's lesson, we're going to look at all the different features that you have with a quadratic graph. We know it as a parabola. And basically, I've got an example here. If you look up top, the standard form of the equation is x squared minus 2x minus 3. And then I've also already converted it into factored form, in which case it's x minus 3 times the quantity x plus 1, and then into vertex form, which is x minus 1 quantity square minus 4. And each of these forms of the quadratic have a feature of the quadratic graph within them. And we're going to walk through each of those and then highlight additional features of the graph that we can find using these equations. Okay, so first thing, let's take a look at our top equation, which is in standard form. And let's highlight what exactly that equation has that is a feature of the graph. Well, we've talked about it before, and essentially, the last term in that standard form of a quadratic equation, I have my y-intercept. Think about it. If I put a 0 in for x, because for the y-intercept, x is 0 on the y-axis, well, 0 squared is 0, minus 2 times 0 is 0, and so the only thing that would be remaining is this term, the negative 3, which indeed is our graph feature, or in this case, the y-intercept down here at negative 3. All right, so the standard form equation already has a feature of the graph within it. Now let's go to the next one. In the next equation, which is factored form, right here, this has the actual roots of the quadratic equation in it. The roots being the x-intercepts, also known as the zeros, also known as the solution to a quadratic when we set it equal to a 0. And we've looked at that in great detail as we've essentially learned to factor a quadratic from standard form into factored form. And then also, when we were looking at the different forms of the equation, it became obvious that x minus r1 times x minus r2 gives me the roots. And in fact, it gives me the roots, but it gives it to me in the opposite sign of the equation. So in other words, here in my equation, my first root, r1, is negative 3. But if we look down at the graph here, you can see that the x-intercept, or 0, or root, is actually positive 3 on the graph feature. Well, that goes back to that x minus r1, x minus r2. That minus in that generic form of the factored quadratic is telling us that the actual roots are the opposite sign. So here, my second one you can see is plus 1, and so on the graph that would actually show up as an x-intercept of negative 1. Okay, now let's move down to our vertex form. And in our vertex form, you might recall, the form is x minus h quantity square, and you can see that here, x minus h quantity square plus k. The minus in that tells us that whatever the number is in here, h is actually the opposite sign. And then the plus k here tells us whatever the sign in the equation is, that's the sign of k. Well, hk is actually the vertex of our quadratic. And I can write it here, h comma k. Do a better k than that. So h comma k is our vertex. And if we go down here to the bottom of our parabola, that's where the vertex lives, I can show you right here that our vertex is at the point, well, I'll go to my x is 1, and I go down 4, so 1 comma negative 4 is our vertex, 1 comma negative 4. And now we check our signs to the actual equation. This is h, the 1. And if I look up here, it's negative inside the parentheses like it's supposed to be, and positive here. But our k, or the second term, that is actually negative here and negative there, and that is also correct. So we now know the vertex is 1 comma negative 4. Okay, well, those are some interesting features, and one of the nice things about our vertex in particular is that we can get a couple pieces of information about a quadratic graph from the actual vertex. Let's take first a look at the h, or the x coordinate in our vertex, and that turns out to be the actual line of symmetry. In other words, if I were to cut this quadratic in half, and it would be symmetric, you can see that it would be along this line right here. And that's our line of symmetry. And I can go ahead and draw that. And I know what that actual equation is going to be because it corresponds to the x value in my vertex. And so my line of symmetry then, so right here, is going to be the line x equal 1. It's a horizontal line passing through x equal 1, and that splits my parabola in half and into two essentially symmetric pieces. So anytime I'm trying, or I'm being asked to find my line of symmetry, I first have to find my vertex, because my vertex x coordinate is what the line of symmetry is going to be. All right, well, the second part of the vertex, the negative 4, or k in this, well, that turns out to be, in this particular parabola, the minimum. So my minimum of this function is equal to negative 4. Well, think about it. If this parabola is opening up, and it is, then the lowest point is going to be my vertex down here, and that lowest point then is going to be the minimum of that function. There is no value beneath negative 4 for an output of this function. And so any parabola that is opening up, then it's going to have a minimum. But if we had a parabola that was actually opening down, then we would have a maximum. And that would also still be the y value, or the k, out of our vertex. And so everything we need to find about a quadratic graph, we can find both by graphing it and finding those particular features, or if we can convert our equations into the different forms, then we can also find these features rather easily. This is just telling us right now, this lesson, on how and what the features are, how they relate to the equations and what the graph features actually are. But in the next lesson, I'm going to show you how we can graph standard form equation and get all of these features anyway, so that we don't have to necessarily convert to these other forms. However, in the following lesson after that, we're going to learn how we can convert from each of these forms to the other. Thank you.